They say the snow hides secrets. In Ravenwood, a town that hugs the edge of a black forest and a hill that looks suspiciously like a spine. Christmas is never simply a season. It is a warning. Not long ago, a man named Daniel Cross thought the warnings were fairy tales. He thought himself smarter than the small town, smarter than guilt, smarter than consequences. He was 29, handsome in a dangerous, tired way. A man who climbed on other people to get higher. He kept his smile on a ledger and his cruelty tidy under the fluorescent lights of an office. On the night before Christmas, Daniel and his girlfriend Maya Rivera sped away from the city. Their laughter warm, wine slicked, the skyline shrinking behind them. They were heading to a remote, crumbling house perched on the far side of the hilly village. A Victorian with a crooked porch and stories stitched into its rafters. Ravenwood's locals called it the Hollow House. The road that led there ran between fields of frost-bitten corn and a single standing scarecrow that never seemed to fall. They arrived as stormblood clouds rolled over the hills. Rain came sideways. The world smelled of iron and old wood. Maya squeezed Daniel's hand and said, "This will be an adventure." He laughed, but the laugh had a brittle edge. Neither of them knew the night already had a louder plan. They unpacked by candlelight, argued over where to put the Christmas tree, laughing as they shook snow off their coats. Maya held up a lopsided wreath like it was a treasure. Daniel insisted on putting the Christmas tree right next to the fireplace because Santa needs a proper landing spot. They spent the evening decorating badly but joyfully, tinsel everywhere. Ornaments uneven, the tree leaning like it had too much eggnog. They were tipsy, happy, buzzing with the magic of Christmas Eve, and drank too much to sleep. Midnight ballooned like a bruise. At 2:17 a.m., the house exhaled. That exhale became a sound, long, metallic bells, like chains across ice. Daniel blamed the wind. Maya told him to stop being dramatic. After drinking far too much, they both lay unconscious on the floor of the room. The cabin was silent, until the chimney suddenly exhaled a thick breath of dark ash, as if something inside it had finally awakened. Its surfaces, a silhouette too tall, too thin. The creature touches her forehead with one long, cold finger. For a second, Maya's eyes glow like winter ice. She smiles in a way Daniel never taught her. When the first scream tears out of her throat, the sound rips the room apart. The creature watches, delighted. It is Krampus. But not the toned-down legend told to hush naughty children. This Krampus is the harvest, a predator that eats guilt and grows fat on cruelty. It does not steal toys. It steals something worse. Daniel lunges. He tries to pull Maya away. The creature slams him back with a force that makes his ribs sing. Furniture topples. Ornaments rain like small moons. The burning iron staff the monster carries hisses like a brand. It presses the staff into Daniel's forearm and the world becomes a red-hot map of his life. But the true horror is not the fire. It is the way the house opens its throat and swallows them. An impossible wind erupts and the windows fill with branches. The dense black forest breathing close. The fields outside become a sea of silent watchers. The scarecrow tilts and seems to look with 1,000 stitched eyes. The creature drags Daniel toward the back door, and impossibly, the ground below them stretches like a throat leading outward. Maya, her skin gone waxy, her smile a carved thing, walks forward. The creature presses something into her mouth, a coal the color of sins. Flames erupt inside her chest. Her throat makes a sound like winter branches snapping. Krampus catches Daniel's wrists and drives iron hooks through his shoulders, hanging him from and the creature places Daniel's tongue, separate and wet, beneath the Christmas tree. He wakes up the next morning in his car, hood frosted, snow stitched into his hair. The house behind him is quiet and looks almost polite under light snow. The hollow house is a little darker, like someone turned down the world's color wheel. Daniel calls out into the empty field and hears only the slow dragging of chains. In the distance, the scarecrow stands taller than before, its head cocked as if listening. When the police come, they find scorch marks, a burned footprint trailing into the ash of the chimney, and the faint perfume of pine and iron. They find a single thing beneath the tree, a small red-hot object that used to be a tongue. They file it as evidence, inexplicable, shocking, labeled under a case number that will gather dust. People whisper that Daniel left town. Others whisper that he was found in the forest. No one says the name Krampus out loud. Not anymore. Not in Ravenwood. But every Christmas Eve, when the wind is wrong and the clouds hang low, the bell sound begins again. Slow, metallic, like teeth grinding. If you drive past the far side of the hilly road at midnight, you might see the scarecrow standing at the edge of the field, and the hollow house's curtains twitch. Some say the house still hums with the sound of someone whispering apologies that are never heard. And if you've ever been cruel enough to find joy at another's fall, lock your doors, keep your loved ones close, and try for mercy. Because the harvest is patient, and its appetite is colder than snow.